Kasich, the Republican governor from Ohio, joining the race later this hour. Liz Harrington, Washington Free Beacon, joins us now. Okay, he's going to get into the race, and I say he's a different kind of conservative. I think he's a man of the people. I think he appeals to blue-collar people. I don't think he's ideologically extreme on either end of the party spectrum. What say you?
I think that's a fair assessment. I think definitely him getting into the race this late, it's going to be an uphill battle for him, and getting on the debate stage on August 6th is going to be a challenge. I mean, there's only 10 candidates that are going to be on there, and it's in his home state. That's potentially a big blow for him early if he doesn't manage to get his poll numbers up.
Would you say that I'm right in saying that John Kasich is right in the middle of the Republican Party, right there?
Yeah, I think he is. He's definitely a budget hawk, which I think a lot of conservatives would like. I mean, he was responsible pretty much. Newt Gingrich gives him credit for balancing the budget in the 90s. He really turned his state around in Ohio, turned a huge deficit, $8 billion deficit, into a surplus. There's aspects of his record on the budget issues that people will like, but conservatives will not like his accepting the Medicaid expansion and Obamacare and really defending that decision. He's kind of, but they do like his charisma. He's kind of like a Chris Christie. He doesn't, hold back. He says what he means, and that's also attractive. But for some of these decisions, like the Medicaid expansion, conservatives would be turned off by that.
I think he's the guy who wants to drag the Republican Party back to the idea of growth and prosperity. Right after the Supreme Court issued its ruling on gay marriage, he came round out and said, get over it, move on. That's part of what we've got to get used to. Move on, get used to it. Let's get back to prosperity. I think that will draw a lot of support from mainstream Republicans.
Well, yeah, and his Ohio record is impressive. I mean, he's a very popular governor. He's the highest sitting governor that's entering this 2016 race with approval at 60%. I mean, he has a lot of attributes that people will like. I mean, and if he can get the conversation about, the debt, over-regulation, the economy is doing, poorly. If he can get the conversation about that, that will definitely help him, and he has a lot of points that he can say and a record to back it up.
Okay, Liz, real fast before we close here, I just came out with an opinion on Donald Trump. I say he's beginning to fade, peaked on Friday, in decline as of Monday. What say you?
I definitely think he's going to fade. I mean, at this point, last cycle, I think it was Herman Cain who was up in the polls. It's really early, and, his comments, he's going to keep getting into trouble by making these sorts of comments.
Because it's so early, and you think he might fade, do you think then his damage to the Republican Party will be limited?
Yeah, I think so. Really crowded field. We're still really far out. I mean, he gets headlines right now, but I think people will, once he starts to fade, people will forget about it and focus on the more, top-tier candidates.
Yeah, let's focus on prosperity, can we? Let's have 4 and 5% growth. Let's have prosperity that binds us all together so we can all feel prosperous again. Wouldn't that be nice if we could get back to that, Liz? Wouldn't it really?
Yeah, I think we should be talking about issues that are really a lot more important, like you say, foreign policy, stuff like that. I mean, we don't need to be talking about, comments that Donald Trump makes, for honestly, 3 days in a row.
I'm sorry, I'm going to insist. I think we've got to get back to prosperity. We've got to grow the economy and let everybody share in it. That's what it's all about. That's what we've got to do with this election. 10 seconds. Last word to you.
I agree with you. I think that's an important issue, and that's what we should be focusing on, real issues.
Okay, we got it. Liz, thank you very much indeed for joining us at very short notice. Thanks for coming on board.